Hello and welcome to the Hardcore Giveaway and Gamers Club channel. My name is Daniel and today's video is using an Xbox 360 to repair a quadcopter drone. So, one second. This is the drone we're going to be repairing. Okay. Right here. Can't really see it, but there's a micro component right next to this cap. Alright, the actual bad one is right there, and we're going to remove and replace that component. But there is no schematics on this system, so let's move this out of the way for a minute. There are no schematics for the system, so I don't have a component value. So what we're going to try and do is, I've already measured that component out, and we're going to take this and find a component on this that will match out that one, at least in size anyway. So close but no cigar. Okay, I found a good component. It looks identical in every way. The size is right. Okay, so we're going to be stealing a component right off of these here, all of these here, and that is directly beneath the CPU, if you ever have this particular problem. Alright, so give me a second while I set up the camera to go directly down on the board itself, and we'll work from there. Okay, so we need to remove that component. I'm going to put on a little bit of flux. This is a large board, so it's going to wick away the heat from the soldering iron, so we're going to need to use a hot air soldering iron. And this is actually the proper use of a hot air gun. So what we're going to do here is just kind of warm up the area. And we're going to put our soldering iron in place. We're going to very gently Okay, we got that off, and now I am busy, Cram.
I have this. I have supposed to be water.
I guess so. Okay, so let me get you a close-up of this. Okay, this right here is the component. I stole one previous for something else, but basically all I did was preheat the board around it so that the heat from the soldering iron won't wick into the board, so that the lead-free solder will actually melt, and then remove the component. And we're going to take that and we're going to put it on take that and put it on the drone, because it is the exact same size, color, and everything as best possible. Pretty certain it's an identical match, so hopefully the component value is exactly right, because like I said, all we can do is the best we can whenever we don't have schematics and or component values in order to do that. So let's get the drone over here. Alright. I won't need the hot air for this. So I'll get here set up for this. That. Alright. So give me a minute while I get this camera set up as best I can to give you a shot of that. Okay, so now we need to clean off the flux that we used on the component. Like so. Okay, let's kind of get you a good close up of that. Not the prettiest work. I think a lot of that's still just flux. Let's clean that up a little bit more. Use this pick here just to kind of get flux out from behind the component between it and the cap. So the component here was actually just fried. It was visibly damaged. So once we're done here, because I received this in exactly this condition without any controllers or anything, which the only reason I agreed to do this is because it's a drone. Normally something like this I need everything for it in order to test it and all that good stuff. So I'm not going to be able to test it here on video, but once I'm done here, I'll have him test it, and if everything goes well, I'll have him upload a video letting everybody see that it's flying and tell everybody about it getting repaired through my shop, which is ClovisXbox360repair.com. I go more by Clovis X than anything. That's how I answer the phone. But I believe that is a successful repair. Let's see if I can get that in the shot here. Okay. And this side here, where is it? Oh, here it is. Alright. So you got this is the one I fixed, and this one, which is an identical circuit all the way down the line, is where I took the sizing of the component before I even pulled that off here and replaced it. Okay, so for now this is done, and let's see, that's the front. that goes on there like that. So basically this is exactly how I got it. And because I can't test it, I'm going to upload this video as is, and after getting it edited, of course, I'm going to upload this video as is and have him make a video of it actually flying. Okay, after getting this repair completed, I noticed that on one of the videos, which was me removing the component on the quadcopter itself and soldering on the new component, apparently I clicked record or double clicked record or something, and it did not record anything other than me after I was done. When I clicked to stop recording, it started recording. Accidents happen. Anyway, you get the idea. What we did was we took an old Xbox 360 motherboard and we stole an identical component to replace a component. Now at this moment I don't know whether or not the repair was successful, the transfer of the component was successful. Without schematics and component values, there's no way to know what component you need. So the best possible solution is to find an identically sized component, especially when we're talking about micro components. An identically sized component with the same color and markings and everything down the line as absolute possible. All right? And then transfer that component. And then just cross your fingers and hope everything goes well. That original component on it had burned up, so there is a possibility that the component that was bad that I replaced is not the problem. If that's the case, the quadcopter will fly about 5 to 10 minutes and then crash. So until he gets his quadcopter and runs at least an hour's worth of fly time, and that's what I recommended to him, give it at least an hour's worth of fly time at just hover directly above the ground, and that one's totally capable of doing it. Let it just hover and run, and maybe bring it back and forth, up and down a little bit, but never get more than 10 feet off of the ground. That way if that component goes and fries again, the whole thing does not come crashing down. Because the last thing you want is a quadcopter half a mile in the air or 400 feet, I think is the maximum ceiling that you're technically legally allowed to fly then, come crashing down from that high. So he's going to fly it at about 4 to 5 feet for about an hour to make sure that it was not a different component failing, causing an excessive amount of power to go through that component, which resulted in it burning up. Right. There was some solder trace damage on the circuit board itself. It looked like it was all fine, just a little ugly. So we're going to cross our fingers on that. I did the best I could. I will pin a comment along with a video link to the result video, just in case you get on here before the result video gets posted. You can always come back and look for that. It'll be pinned on the first comment, or some comments wind up a little bit over it, so it might be within the first two to three comments on the top, and it will have a link saying successful repair or something along them lines. One last thing, don't forget to stop by the giveaways playlist and or the hgcgamersclub.com website and check out all of my giveaways. 2017 is pretty close to concluding. However, 2018 we will start with a vengeance. I think for 2017 I have about 10 or 15 giveaways, the most expensive of which is $300, although if you purchased it partially assembled it would be worth $1,500 easily. Next year's giveaway is going to start off with a $1,000 giveaway listed. So get over there if it's before Christmas 2017, or excuse me, if it's before November 2017, it's still definitely worth it to become a member, and then re-up come 2018. Remember, you do need to re-up New Year's, because all of the memberships expire on New Year's, and you have to renew your membership. It's $1 for the entire year, or more if you wish, because every single penny goes to the giveaways, and the more you donate, the larger the giveaways and the lower the number of members trying to win it. Obviously, we're going to be pushing for several thousand members for 2018, so I'm going to do some serious working on that, and hopefully I can convince you guys to do some serious work yourself for the giveaways. Stay safe, happy gaming, everybody.